it'll just start, like, it'll just...
Here we are. Hey, we're live. Jessica, we've got problems, but we've got even bigger problems because people are watching us right now. Welcome to #takeoverau. You can use the hashtag if you're smart on the interwebs. We are all over the interwebs, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, wherever you want to look. Maybe MySpace. Maybe we can reinvent it. We are going to be watching Bachelor in Paradise episode 3. So if you missed out on the first 2, don't worry because it's the same stuff over and over. It's me and my D-list celebrity friends who are going to be commentating this huge online event. Let me introduce you to my friends right now. We have Big Brother favourite, Michael Beveridge.
Oh, I didn't know how I was going to be introduced, so I'll cop that.
I could have changed it. I'll give you a big up at the end. We have maths superstar, Jessica Powell, or Jess.
Hi, guys.
There you go. And kids entertainment royalty, Tanika May from High Five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My own dance party.
Sorry, Michael. I should have run past like what I was going to say about you.
No, that was the nicest possible thing you could have said.
Like, that's so nice. That's so nice. My name is James Elmer. For anyone who hasn't met me, we have all had some experiences in TV. Tanika and I come from kids entertainment, and I've done a couple of stints on some reality TV shows like Australia's Got Talent and So You Can Dance. Jessica from Maths, which is Married at First Sight.
Hi.
And then Beveridge, who's done some Big Brother stuff. So
Getting a beer.
He's getting beer.
Just getting a beer.
Getting a beer. Jessica.
Hi.
What's going on? How you feeling?
My dog's just run downstairs barking, so I'm just like looking at the dog going, shush. Then, I'm good. I'm excited to watch it. It's just starting.
I'm going to be real with you, Jess. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were such a fucking divisive character. Oh, the people loved you. There was just hot goss and chat everywhere. But we'll get to that. We've got a little bit of a rewrap here. I'm really good friends with Jess. Friends with her for years. And then she messaged me when she was going through the audition process. Not Jessica Power, Jessica Brody from The Bachelor.
Now, Beverly, you're up to date on the show, right?
Oh, you know when a friend goes on one of these shows and you hate this shit, but you just have to watch it out of support?
Oh, completely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing for now. Has the girlfriend come in and destroyed everyone's shit? Did I miss that episode?
I think that's about to happen.
Yeah, we're waiting for that. I think tonight they spill a bit of tea. It reminds me of the dinner parties at Art Maths actually tonight. And everyone knows shit used to go down there. So look at the girls.
They've borrowed from the format 100%. They've seen that the maths dinners are just like controlled chaos and they get guaranteed drama out of it. Hey, on those maths dinners, how much piss did they give you?
So funny story, like everyone used to always get cut off, right? But I tend to sort of, blow my top after a few darker spirits. And I was the only one that was allowed to drink rum. So I used to drink. I think I used to drink rum and Coke.
We respect the sugarcane champagne up north.
Yeah. I would drink rum and Coke, and I would sit there going, "All right, like I'm sick of filming for 14 hours. What can I do so I can go home?"
But you're saying they cut you off most of the time. They
used to cut everybody off. I never got cut off. There would be some nights where I would go home, like because I was the only one that was allowed to drink because I would say whatever I wanted. Right. And I'd go home and I would be unwell because I drank so much. But they would cut other people off after just a few glasses of wine.
The dinner parties were the highlight.
The dinner parties were my most hated part, and the commitment ceremonies because I was always being yelled at.
How long are we looking at those table dinners? How long do they go for?
You can start anywhere. You can start filming anywhere in the morning from 10 a.m. And you can finish at 4 o'clock in the morning the next day. So you're at those dinner parties for roughly about 8, 9 hours, 10 hours, just sitting around. Because there's a lot of boxes. You do the one-on-one interviews as well. But yeah, it was.
So do they feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or is it just one meal?
You get your own breakfast. Your lunch is basically just lollies and chips. And then your dinner is what you see for the catering that comes at the party, but it's never enough, especially with the alcohol you consume. And because you're sitting there, you're just constantly drinking. I don't know, I was, because I was depressed. I wasn't
You're
depressed
good at-
actually. I
You're
just
good at
hated
drinking,
being there, and I was like,
Tanika.
send me home.
Oh yeah, I love
Tanika,
it.
I've seen you after like one glass of scotch or something.
Yeah, I'm cheap. I'm very cheap. It doesn't take me much, but I mean, I think I'm a good time.
We're hearing
Sorry.
a lot of audio.
My closed captions are gone, so I don't know what's happening.
You're right, brother. You're right.
Subtitles. There we go.
Tanika, you come from a very, very famous kids entertainment group called High Five.
Yes.
Did you have to watch yourself? Obviously, like someone like Jess, or even in Beverage, when they're drinking outside, it's okay because they're adult friendly and they can go to bars.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're that dude from this, or you're that chick from this. Could you drink outside of your job? Obviously, it might have been a bit harder.
I didn't drink my entire time in High Five till the last day. Last day, after 3-4 years, that was the day that I had a drink in front of them.
Wait, out of choice?
And the rest was history.
Did you drink or you just stopped?
Out of choice. We were like traveling 24/7 together. I didn't want to mix work and social life, you know?
That's funny because you ended up marrying.
Yeah, I ended up marrying one of the guys in the group.
Yeah, okay. So, cool story.
So really threw that out the window.
We're getting really good tattoo representation with Bachelor in Paradise, I hear. I mean, I remember when I went on Big Brother and I had a few thigh tattoos, they were like, oh, I don't know about that. And then I did a couple of shows and they were like, oh, we need you to wear longer shorts. Tim, Kieran and Jess are really just, this is the most tattoo I've seen on TV, well, since maths, actually.
Kieran would be clothed without clothes.
It's so true because, like, remember when, like, your parents would say, "Oh, don't get a tattoo because then you can't work at a bank or work at Coles or Boost Juice." But now, like, you're right.
Couldn't think of a better reason to get a tattoo if my parents told me that.
Yeah. I don't want to work at Boost. I don't want to work at Coles. I want to be on Maths and Big Brother.
Do you know what would be funny if they made a show called Honeymoon Island and it was a spin-off with all the single maths people?
We did this last week, Jess, and I was like, look, the reason that MasterChef All Stars or whatever it was called and Bachelor in Paradise work is because the audience has already developed familiarity with the characters, so they've got buy-in, they've got emotional buy-in. You don't have to spend so much on promo because people already have familiarity with these people. They've developed their online presence, so they can do promo for you. So your ad rates are just going to be cheaper, but there needs to be cross promo in Bachelor in Paradise because to me, Bachelor in Paradise is just like rooting sizzlers. Like you go in there and it's just a buffet of genitals and that's fantastic. You know what it's all about. But I want to see Inez. I want to see Inez in there. I want to see
Inez is so entertaining.
She's one of my best girlfriends, which lives on the coast here with me. I catch up with her often. She is not what you guys. I don't know how much.
How is she now? I only knew her in the show. Like I haven't followed her.
She's fine now, but that's not the Innes that she is all the time. That's the Innes where she's triggered and she's feeling threatened.
Oh no, I'm not saying she's a rude
but she was
I'm just saying, like, I'd like to see her.
No, she's changed a lot. She's gone down a very spiritual path at the moment. She's doing a lot of she's really getting like her, her what are they called, your chakras in line. And she's really all about
Kama Sutra.
Yeah, and she'll message me and I'll be going off about something to do with media, and I'm really reactive. I just blast out whatever I want. My publicist loves it, and she will be like, oh, Jess, because Jupiter's in Renegade and you just chill out. And I'm like, where is my best friend gone who used to back me? But it's
someone who can hit somebody with a heel. Inez, where are you?
Yeah, see, I think she'd just be chilled in there now, which was, everyone.
Oh, no, that's good. I don't need it to be crazy, but I think she's a different, that's the type of character I'd like to see. But I'm talking MasterChef. I want to see Poe in there trying to get down and dirty.
Poe!
Oh, imagine.
You know what I mean? I think they should do other show crossover. Put Pete Evans in there. I want to see horny Pete Evans.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Get Millsy back in there.
Whoa.
So here's the funny thing, right? Because obviously it's you'd know more about this, Beverage, is the channels, right? Because this is on Channel 10. What was Maths on? Was that on
Channel 9?
So you can't cross-pollinate, can you, between the channels?
Well,
they want to keep their data?
It's a contract thing though, because what you can do is I think I did something once for Triple M when I was working for another radio network, and they just go online personality. They just don't mention who you are. So it'd be like if Poe went on here, they don't need to say Poe from MasterChef. They just say Poe, and people are like, hell yeah. Be the same with Inez. They'll be like, Inez. And you'd be like, oh yeah. Or like Jessica Power from the Gold Coast. And you'd be like, I know who that is. That's fantastic.
Oh, I know.
Good idea. I feel like you want something to happen with the MAF stars. Is that a pitch? Are you pitching a new show?
John,
do you know what? It would just be funny because I've obviously dated my fair share of maths people after my season, and then I have problems with a few of the other contestants from the maths season. They're all single. Imagine us in a big room and then my ex Dan there.
Send all the barley.
It's about to go down.
It's so
a lot
good.
of cross-fraternization, I think, because a lot of some of my friends from Bachelor seasons, you'll see them out at Crown with maths people. Do you guys just link up through the blue tick?
And I'm really good friends with Abby because Abby's up in Brisbane here. Her and I, we've caught up a few times. We go to the same eyebrow place as well. But I don't know. I feel like once you off a reality show, you seem to just all hang out, and I don't know why.
I know why.
Why?
It's to keep the profile. I would if I had famous friends.
I feel like with my friends, if I'm talking about something that's happened in in that world of being off a show, they don't really understand. So I feel I sort of keep those conversations and that circle around me because I can't go to my best friend who has no idea what the hell's going on the show and say, oh, this happened to me or that happened or I'm upset about this, and because she'd go, what the hell?
Because they get where you're coming from, right? They've all gone through it.
They down to your level. Look at Kieran. He's
okay. Can we just
He's such a
his little huggies, whatever he's wearing, they're fabulous.
I do like the yellow. Is he attractive?
Very standout.
Jessica, Tanika.
He's unique. He's unique.
You know what it is? It's his charisma. It's his personality which draws you in, and then he has enough looks there to keep you, I think.
Mhm. The tats, the hair.
What's his natural hair
That's a good shot, man. The producers are loving that.
Yeah. The rain.
Is that
rain or is my TV blurry?
No, that's the rain. And it's clearing up now because they're in love. Is this the one for him?
Do you know a funny story? My brother was with Jess just recently. I think ever since after the show, my brother just seems to be dating every reality star. They all just seem to date him.
Wait,
I don't know why. I don't see the attraction.
He's seizing the opportunities.
Mm.
Jessica Powell, what happened with your marriage?
Which one? Oh, the one that I.
I guess I'm referring to the one on the TV. You got married at first sight, right?
Yes. And then I decided my husband was horrible. He abused my family and he abused me. And I wanted to leave. And then the producers all of a sudden rushed in this guy who was everything on my checklist. So I ended up cheating on my husband with him. I stole him off a wife, and then we broke up on live TV. I moved my entire life over to the Gold Coast for him. And we broke up on live TV. It was great.
Oh my
why did you break up?
Why
wasn't it working?
Beg your pardon?
Why wasn't it working? Why did you break up with the second one?
Well, Dan and I were working outside of the show. We were together for a little while after, and I don't know. I feel like once you come off a show, if your love's not, if it's not there as much as it needs to be, it's a really shaky ground to break. It is. Yeah. I don't know. He just broke up with me, guys. But he was getting attention, a lot of attention, and then there's so much going on around you that it's easy to sort of go, oh, maybe that's more exciting than the girl who moved her entire life over to the Gold Coast.
And did you actually move your real life? Because obviously we've got TV land and real life, and without the cameras on, you moved over to be with him.
Yeah, I did. I moved. I left my sisters, my brothers, left my family, and came here. I have some family here, but not a lot. And the day that we broke up, I had to fly back to the Gold Coast on my own. I had to just stay with my auntie for a little while. But anyway, it's fine.
Well, you seem to be doing okay. You're on this huge new internet show called #takeoverau. You're all right.
We're pulling some figures, guys. Big numbers coming through. Big numbers.
I can't see the numbers. How do we see the numbers?
Did you see that question for you, bro?
I didn't see the question.
I didn't see
where do we see the questions? Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it just got chucked through to me. But it was from someone, from Stephen Nicholson. What did I think of Big Brother this year? I think they had the best intentions with the casting. I thought it was a really nice, diverse group of people. But obviously the housemate nominations process, it just makes it dog shit. And it just, basically you're rewarded for being like just a pedestrian, nothing personality. So the most vanilla people rise to the top, and we're left just like, and there's a lot of physical activity challenges, which means really physically active people are going to be at the top. So we're left with the final three or whatever that are like bulk rigs that would just beat the shit out of most of us. So I actually saw Kieran at a cafe in Maroubra yesterday, and he looked depressed. So, you know, I think it was well intended, but I think taking the vote away from the public, I think you lose buy-in. So yeah.
What was the process that you referred to as dog shit compared to your season?
Well, there was no, like, ours was just like, you exist. There are no like physical, like they tried to include like a Survivor style, here's a challenge and you get like a eviction totem or some shit. Whereas with us, it was like, if you are a dud, Australia kicks you out because you suck.
Right, more personality.
It's an economy of, like, it's a supply and demand. If you're not supplying enough interest, there's no demand for you. So loyal.
Yeah.
Did you find
I feel like this season was like
Survivor? Did you feel like people were watching you, and did you feel like you had to create content at all, or no?
Oh, baby, I just love creating content 24/7. I'm a content-making machine. No, I mean, you chuck, like Jess said, you chuck like 16 sort of fairly out there characters into a room together. Content's going to make itself.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think you need to, like, obviously there are drivers and they cast for that, and they cast for people who understand, like, how to be interesting, because I say it as like it's a good friendship group at the pub. Not everyone can be the lead talker, but there are roles in a group at a pub that everyone needs. You know, you need your goss sassy person, you need your drunk legend, you need your person who's going to hook up with someone, you need, you know, the person with all the yarns, you need the chip in third guy, you need, you know, the person that's going to fight the security guard later. Like, that's what they cast for, and they know that certain people are going to fill those roles.
What excuse my ignorance, where did you place on the show, Michael, and what was your experience like?
I was fourth, and so that I was in there for like 90 days or something, like 85 days. It was fine. I lost 10 kilos and I got a tan, and then I got like a job that paid me fucking heaps of money out of it. So like, it was sick. Like, I couldn't complain. And I just graduated from uni, so like, it didn't bother me. Like, I was like, cool.
That's good. I like that. It seems that you stumbled upon an opportunity, and then that opportunity has shown what you're good at, and then now you've gone on to create work. Because we were catching up with Heather Maltman last week, who was a Bachelor favourite, and she had like a performing arts background, and it seemed to me like she'd gone into the show knowing that she could. I mean, she said it was for love, and I'm sure she did fall in love, and you will find some love. But I think there's a lot of people going into it now who are media trained going, oh, if I get this, I'll get this radio show or this TV show.
100%.
For sure. I did it in 2012. I didn't even know that there was like early days of Instagram. Like, no one was getting paid or anything. I remember I did a radio show with Heather for a little bit, and she is like skilled in every aspect of media. Like, she's like, wants to be a director, she's an actress, she knows how to do heaps of stuff. Was your experience in Big Brother good for isolation? Bro, I got NBN, a laptop, and Pornhub. I am sorted for isolation. Like, nothing's going to.
What are your categories?
What are your categories?
We're ignoring Batchy. I love this girl's eyebrows so much. They have such great shape. Usually there's so much of the strong up than the sharp eagle wing. Hers have just got such a seamless form curve, which I think is just really appealing. She's a little bit like the queen from Game of Thrones.
Khaleesi, whatever her name is.
No, yeah, is that her name? Isn't it Queen Khaleesi? Yeah.
Daenerys.
Who's Khaleesi? Yeah. Who are we thinking of?
Khaleesi is the queen, and she became the Khaleesi? Daenerys Targaryen.
Right?
Yeah, Daenerys.
Look at me like, oh, what's her name? I believe it's Daenerys Targaryen's sister.
Yeah.
She looks
Who could
like
it be?
her.
Jessica, if they asked you to go on this show, would you do it?
Do you know what? I don't think I could put my dad through that again.
Well, it's only dependent on your behaviour. So if you're in control of it, then maybe he doesn't have to go through anything.
I know what my behaviour is like. Do you know what? I would go on the show. I wouldn't go on another show for love. I would go on a show just to stir the shit out of everything. So I love it. I love getting my spoon and just going.
Show for love, Jessica?
Pardon?
Are you saying then that you actually went on the initial show for love?
Look.
No, to be fair,
Look, I went
single,
on the show hoping that I would find somebody. I didn't bet on it, I didn't bet on it. But I'm sorry, anyone that goes onto a reality TV show to find love and says that they weren't expecting anything out of it are complete absolute liars. You know what? You know the benefits that we're getting out of this. I used to get hounded by Cam and Jules about only being there for Instagram, and now they're one of the biggest Instagram influencers. It's like everyone on the show was like, Jess is only here for Instagram. Excuse me, if you're not here for something, then come on.
Yeah.
Hey, I love.
Also, if you're not on it for Instagram, good one, dickhead. Way to miss out on a really easy opportunity to make money. Yeah. Why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly. And, everyone's like, oh, you were hated. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, but controversy sells. And I wasn't controversial because I knew that was what would, I was hated for ages. But at the end of the day, people don't want to read a good news story. They want to read about, the bitchy gossip. And
misery loves company, Jess. Misery loves company, People want to check out bad news.
Yeah. And I fell into that category, I guess.
We have a question from Michelle to Tanika. Would you ever do a reality TV show?
What one is the question? I would do Survivor. Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
Survivor is a brilliant show.
No.
Survivor should be called The Biggest Loser because it is the best way to lose weight.
Now is a complete, it is. And get a tan.
Yeah.
90 days to go. This cat fight that's going to happen at this dinner table tonight.
You know what's going to happen in the last 30 seconds, Jess?
I know. And then, do you know what? That's what peeved me off about this season's maths was that they would hype up all this stuff, amazing stuff to happen. And I'd be going, oh, my God, I'm so excited to watch this. It's finally going to go down. And then nothing would happen. I'd go, this is boring.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to modern TV editing.
Tanika, you're a singer, dancer, high five superstar, right? About to go into a huge musical. Can we say that or no?
Oh.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, Frozen.
Yeah,
Frozen. Who are you playing?
The Queen, the mum of Elsa and Anna. So I've aged just a little bit.
I love musicals so much.
But
awesome.
Yeah, depends when all this COVID stuff.
Well, that's the scary part. But maybe because you're a singer-dancer, the best reality TV show is maybe The Masked Singer?
No, never in a lifetime.
Why not? What's your reasoning behind that?
Because she signed a contract. She can't talk about it. She's on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I am one. No, just no. Doesn't draw me in. It's fun, though. I get it.
Would you be a wiggle?
Wiggles. I mean, Craig had a heart attack in that, get-together they had at the start of the year. That was devastating.
Tanika, why did you just dampen that light-hearted conversation with a heart attack?
Called light and shade, James. Light and shade.
Yeah. It's like, would you be a wiggle? Oh, heart attacks?
Heart attacks.
He's all right, though, isn't he?
He's gone great. They were doing the Wiggles were just on TV just 5 minutes ago before this.
We had Alex Nation on last week, and I was sort of asking her because I am the voice of the people, and I like to know what the rooting protocols are on Bachelor in Paradise, because there's definitely it's a little bit more root focused, I think, than say the regular Bachelor. And she's like, if you go and do it, you have to look into it like a cameraman comes in. You have to talk into the camera and be like, I give consent, that I'm of sound mind and that I'm okay. Go on hammer and tong now and say the other person's name, and then the filmer goes, okay, thank you, and then they leave. In terms of a mood killer, that's
unbelievable.
Yeah. Would you go on a reality show, James? Now?
No, I think again, I'm a bit like Michael. I did my reality TV really early, so I did So You Think You Can Dance when it was maybe season 2, and then I did Australia's Got Talent just after, same year as Timmatic and Jack Vidgen, which was the hugest year.
Timmagy.
So I feel like I did it in a time when it was really big, and the ratings were huge, like 3-4 million, whereas now it's not that. And I feel like it's a bit more tainted now. Like I think if I just embarrass myself on The Voice, and I'm not Guy Sebastian's brother. I got no hookups. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah. What do you
think? The Sebastian family, and then that's how you get to the finals. That's how it works.
Yeah. So much shade. Oh dear Lord.
She's so cute. I like her.
Yeah.
I back her.
How much sex was there on your show?
She's better than him.
How much sex was there on your show?
Yeah, on the maths.
On the maths.
Oh, on mine. Oh, I'm not. Well, everyone was a couple, so I mean. Actually, there was always those who was it? Trish. She used to ask all the time. So how's your intimacy going? Do you know how hard it is to talk about intimacy when you don't like your husband in front of people? And then you have to come up with a reason as to why you don't want to be sleeping with him. It was terrible. But also, I didn't want to sit there and listen about everyone's sex life anyway. I wanted to know who was fighting with who. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not.
It's a bit different because we were talking about that on the Bachelor, and with this one, it's like cameras turn off at some point. 3 a.m. in the morning, you're all living in a place like Love Island, where I guess there is more intimacy available to everyone, whereas Married at First Sight, you're all married and you all live away from each other. How does it work?
No, you live with your partner, but I was on my own from the start. Mick and I decided for him to move into another apartment from the start, really. But even when I swapped with Dan on the show, I wasn't allowed to see him for almost 2 days because filming was finished for the weekend, and they wanted to get that initial first reaction of us together on camera.
So they actually stopped filming on the weekend, like
there was like the contract said that filming was only 5 days a week, but sometimes we do 7. But it was just so happened that weekend, like the filming was finished, so I wasn't allowed to see him or anything. It wasn't like, and we've just been through this big traumatic thing of it coming out to the group and saying that we wanted to swap partners. Really highly stressful. Like no one knew, none of the other couples knew. So we obviously just want to comfort each other, and we weren't allowed to. So it was great. I got to go home all hyped up. Just like, it wasn't fun.
What was the reaction on the street, Jessica, from people? Because I know that obviously when you made that switch to the new guy and you walked in the house, and we all saw it on camera. But in real life, I was talking last week about being a personality and being recognised in the street. Obviously, Tanika's going to go out and they're going to go, "Oh, high five! My kids love you." You're going to go out and go, "You're the chick who stole that guy's husband." How was it?
No. I actually haven't had any hate. I've had one person say something to me, and that was during the show. But I get a lot of positive people, and I get, which I find really strange. Is like I have a lot of women come up to me saying, "My daughter loved you on the show. Can you like?" And I was like, "Look, I'll take a photo, but I just don't feel that my behaviour was appropriate to sort of, say to your daughter, like, that's how you can act." But I also had a lot of women message me saying, you made me realize that I should be able to go for what I want in life, and I've left my unhappy marriage after blah blah many years, and now I'm doing what makes me happy. So some women that did take it negatively, but I never felt that presence when I'm outside. But most of the time, women just sort of felt empowered by how I acted, which.
That's so good. Well, you acted like
really
yourself,
good.
Right? You were natural and organic.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the lesson they took from it was that just go for what it is that you want in life, because at the end of the day, like, you have only a certain amount of years on this world, so why not be happy?
Exactly.
And also the benefit is people never say shit to your face. People love saying stuff online. No one will say anything to your face.
Yeah. Like no one's gonna say. I think the people that have asked for photos and come up and are lovely are probably the people online saying all 100%. These horrible things,
100%. 100%.
How did you go, Michael, coming out of the house? Was everyone good with you? Were you shocked to see how
social media would have been so different
you were, or what?
Well, it was an interesting era purely because like there had been like a massive like lack of reality TV, so it was fucked. We couldn't go anywhere. Like nobody. The idea of selfies was sort of like that was the era. That was the year that song like "Let Me Take a Selfie" came out. Like people just constantly. I remember I got it with Fitzy from Fitzy and Whipper because he did Big Brother too, and we both came fourth. So he was like really nice to me and helped me out a whole bunch. And he was like, "Mate, you guys got it shit because when I was out." People who had a disposable camera might come up and say good day, but otherwise people just came up and bought him a beer. That was the only way to like initiate conversation to people back in the mid 2000s. But now people just like they interrupt you during dinner and they'll just take a photo and walk away without even saying anything.
Yeah.
Or they'll take
Which is
photos
fine.
of you from afar.
Oh, and then they'll tag you.
Yeah,
and you'll be like,
creepy.
Yeah, it's like.
Or you think that they're taking a photo of you and you're like, I'm still relevant, but they're taking a photo of the tree behind you and then you feel like a failure.
That's brilliant.
I just go to the Eiffel Tower to try to get a boost of relevancy.
That's me.
Girls,
talking
are
about
we
love and
frothing
dating
Kieran?
superstars.
No.
Who's this guy? Jamie.
This is Kieran.
Jamie, I have a funny story about
Okay,
Jamie.
tell me.
So Jamie came up to me in a shopping centre in Melbourne when I was there. I had just come off, I think the show was just airing, my show was just airing, and he came up to me and he sort of followed me, I could see him following us around, me and my girlfriend around for a little bit before he obviously had the confidence to come up, and he's like, oh, hi, Jessica, and he was like basically shaking, like, and I was a bit worried because like he's quite a tall guy, and I just thought like, why are you being so unusual? Like, are you going to hurt me?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you know, like I've been asked to be on Married at First Sight, and I've also been asked to be on the Bachelorette, and I have my castings next week, and like, what would you suggest? And I said to him, do The Bachelor, because I feel like it's not as, I feel like your personality, you need to be able to take on a lot of just crap. And he didn't seem like he was literally almost crying when he was asking me what show he should be on. He's a very strange individual, so socially awkward, lovely guy, but very socially awkward. And so to see him even like on here, I've been to a few parties with him in Melbourne as well for like events, and it's just, I don't know, it's so weird to see him sort of come out of his shell. I think maybe these shows have helped him to be able to develop maybe a thicker skin, but God, he was strange when I first met him.
Are you still in contact with him?
No. Oh, I mean, like if I go to events when I'm in Melbourne, which now I can't even get in there, I would speak to him and we'd always have a laugh about that little like shopping centre moment. But yeah, I know.
There you go.
Good on him though, like to be able to go on there. But yeah, he was he's very very different.
Beverage, can you give us a recap on this show that we're so interested in? Can you tell us what's going on with the couples?
Because you're intently watching.
Everyone is an idiot.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay, so Brittany seems to think that there's something vaguely maybe sexual brewing with her and Jamie, who is just a grown-up version of Lord Farquaad.
Who's is she Brittany?
So that's Brittany that you're seeing on screen with the visor, and that's Jamie, who is a 12-year-old boy in like a weird plastic surgery, 40-year-old man's body.
Follow Jessica around shops.
They are just such a cursed couple. Like their energy is so chaotic. Like I cannot even describe it. But I don't know. In my opinion, I think Jamie's gay. So I don't know what he's doing. Brittany is adorable and majorly, Brittany's majorly unlucky in love, but I think she deserves something true, but I don't think she's going to find it here. Now, the real drama we're looking at today, folks, is the Kieran, Tim, Jess drama that could potentially be brewing, and obviously the ex coming in. So if you've just joined us, stick around. There'll be plenty more right after the break. There's no break.
Wow.
Huge. Can you tell us about that drama for people who have never watched the show before? Yeah. Like there's two guys that look like White Snoop Dogg. There's one chick and another chick coming in. Okay.
They're just the exact same person. They are the exact same person.
They actually live together in Melbourne and they share the same bed.
No.
They're 100%. How many
times? My life.
What?
Yeah. I remember one time I got a picture, a Snapchat from Kieran, and Tim was behind him, and I'm like, why are you guys in the same bed? And he's like, oh, I've just moved here from Sydney, so I'm staying with Tim, and there's only one. Yeah.
Now hold on. At that time, you're getting a Snapchat from these guys. Had they been on a show yet? Were they celebrities?
Yeah, I'd already Tim and Kieran had already been on The Bachelorette.
Okay.
Right.
We will get to see one of my exes actually come into this show. I don't know when he's coming in.
Ooh.
But it was part of the reason why we stopped talking as well, because he completely just lied to me about going on the show and then ghosted me. And then the next minute he's like, I'm on Bachelor in Paradise. I was like, okay, I just met your family. But anyway.
What do we
I'm
think of
surprised
Jess?
they're still using Snapchat in 2020. That's
Which one's
wild.
Jess?
This is
Jess is the tattooed
The
girl.
tattooed one.
Okay.
So what's her story?
So Jess is a makeup artist,
Mhm.
and like, I don't know, she's a legend. She's a good egg. And she was an Instagram girl before Instagram girls were Instagram girls. So she's like OG, like Suicide
She's a
Girls.
MySpace girl.
Oh, Suicide
Yes, yeah,
Girl.
100%. She's like from like the hardcore scene. So like, you know, she was. I've known her for a decade, and she had like I think 300,000 followers before any of this ever happened or something. And then she went and auditioned for The Bachelor last year. She only lasted like a week. The weird astrology dude, Matt or something.
Oh yeah.
She didn't go too well on that, which I thought was dumb because she has a lot of personality and like she's an interesting look. So I thought they should have kept her around. She's on here now. Obviously, she's super interested in Kieran. And they are getting it off right now. But also, I know she's really good friends with Abby now, who I was surprised left last week because they've spent so much money on like putting her in
Promoting
promo.
her. Yeah, that was
Makes
surprising.
no sense to me. I reckon she'll be the Bachelorette next year.
Yeah, potentially. Should be a good one.
Wasn't
She's only 24.
Really?
That's crazy. You always watch this like they're 10 years older than you, but they're 10 years younger than you.
But I just mean she's so like I think she's so well versed in a whole bunch of like sort of nice progressive issues. But yeah, to find out she's 24, I was like, fucking hell.
Beverage, you had a love
Josh looks
triangle
like a golf
on your
dad.
show.
He's showing his age.
Bev? Bevy?
Sorry, I had someone just calling and it cut me off.
You're right. You had a love triangle I read on your show
Oh,
in the house.
I don't even remember that. Did I?
I didn't watch, just read. But is that something that will happen in the Big Brother house? Like, are you better off finding someone in the Big Brother house than you are on Max?
Well, you're in the Big Brother house for 3 months and you can't jerk off because you know someone will be filming it. So like,
Oh, sorry. Oh. Sorry, no, I kicked my dog.
do you have a pet next to you?
Little goldfish
Me?
on the floor.
Yeah. My friend, she's just under the table, and I didn't realize he was right there, and I kicked him. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That was loving parent apologizing to pet.
Yeah, sorry.
Can we see the pet? Just
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to see the Frenchies.
Come here. He's like looking at me like, what do you want? Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, Leo.
look at this content.
Oh, here she comes.
Yes.
I also, to be fair, like in terms of
James.
overall stitch up. Oh shit, I'm at 1%. Lappy, I gotta go
I
charge.
love movies.
Oh, they're so similar. Stop it, James. So cute. Where's mine?
Doing the same thing somewhere else. Curled up in a ball. Whilst I'm making primetime online television, you know.
Television.
Let me do my job. Can't wait to invoice John Old for 10 grand.
Yeah. Oh, 10. 20.
Tanika, you're dating a blonde guy. You fancy the yellow, what do you call them? Budgie smugglers, DTs?
I need to see. But, okay, so Kieran's hair, like, what is his real hair color? That's my question. Like, because I can't see any root, like, regrowth.
Can't see any root.
What do you reckon? Yep.
You can't see root. That's your problem. You can't
But
see
what
root.
do you reckon? He could.
I just find it bizarre that they live together when they look so close. Like, they look exactly the same. It's like they've said before they go on the show, hey, one of you guys needs to bleach your hair because you look the same and you sleep in the same bed and you have threesomes in real life.
I'm not a fan. Yeah. Okay, so what was the name of the guy that you saw at the shops? Jess?
Pardon?
The name of the guy that you saw at the shops. What was his name again?
His name is, oh God, what is his name? I forgot now.
Jamie or something? No.
I just broke my nail. Look at my nail.
Oh my! Is that blood?
Yeah, so I'm like trying to
Go get a bandage. Go wash it.
We're not on national
this is my
primetime TV.
housemate, and I was like, can you please bring me down a tissue? There's like blood everywhere. Whatever. I'm all here for the drama.
That is my worst fear. That's why I don't get fake nails. I just can't. Oh, the thought of one of them breaking.
Used to come off so long ago. Would you mind grabbing me a tissue, please? I'm bleeding everywhere.
That is brutal. I did not expect that.
Does that dog like you or no?
Pardon? Yeah, the dog knocked it. Leo knocked it when I picked him up. And then and I was actually intending to take them off after this, so.
Oh, what's the worst? I feel it in my bones.
Do you know what the rumor is? Zac Efron is living in Byron Bay at the moment. Obviously, we had an A-list superstar in Cody Simpson winning the show last year. The rumor is Zac Efron, Masked Singer.
Really?
That'd be pretty insane.
That would be unfair.
Why? Because he's so good, or what?
Well, yeah. I mean, there would be something in his contract which would, have him there for, at least a few rounds.
Well, there must have been one with Cody Simpson, right? Because he's like dating Miley Cyrus and stuff. He's way above Kate Sobrano and Millsy and stuff, and he won the show. There's got to be a contract saying, "Hey, you win."
And did they put him in there last year so that this year, people are like,
wait, where's
sorry, say that again, Jessica.
And I said, and do they put him in, Cody, in that year, and he's won just so this year people will watch him again.
Who knows, man? I mean, it's so interesting. But he's like even though he's Australian, he's a level above the other celebrities, right? He's huge, and I mean, if they're going to do, because they had on the American show, they had like T-Pain, Wayne Brady, like some big names amongst smaller names. Be really interesting to see who's under the mask. But apparently the show and the secrets of the show are very, very well kept.
Yes, when Jackie was on it, Jackie was hosting, wasn't she?
Jackie O.
Jackie O, yeah, she was hosting. Yeah, so I did a spot with her and Kyle just talking about maths and just crap, and she was saying that it's like so bad, it's so intense that they swap the masks over. They have like bodyguards for the singers that are about to go into that room. And then they sometimes they'll have someone else come out in the mask, and then the actual person will go in. Oh, it's crazy.
That's the best.
Just so the cast, even cast members can't even know, production team and things like that, which I just find insane.
You would have been sworn to a little bit of secrecy, Jess.
Yeah. How long was the period, the cool down period?
Well, our contract was only for 6 months, and then for some odd reason they decided to renew it for another 6 months. But obviously, yeah, you can't. You have to wear your wedding ring out while the show's airing, and I wasn't allowed to actually see Dan or be around Dan at all. So we were only allowed to have like moments together where it was like away from the public. We like basically just movie nights. That's it. Because if we were photographed together before the storyline came out that we were actually swapped and a couple, it would ruin it. So and whenever you're doing radio, you're talking about how much you love the person that you're with, but really no one knows that he hates me because I cheated on me and him the entire time. And
that's good.
That's insane. The producers must have been rubbing their hands when you decided to. Well, or was it decided from you, or was it forced by producers that you would end up with this other couple?
No, it was decided by myself. But when Dan came in, this was set up. Dan came in, he was everything on my checklist. I was his checklist. Tamara didn't like him. So it was all set up, for it to be like that. And the first night when I first met Dan, he'd asked my number from the producers, and I said, let's just wait until the commitment ceremony so I can see whether or not she actually likes him, because if she does, I won't do anything. And they didn't show any of that on the TV, nothing like that. Yeah. It just all made out like I was like attacking. They cut out the scenes of what he was saying to me at the dinner table the first night. They showed it at our reunion, but they cut it out because it was so derogatory. But I was the one that decided to swap. I went up to my executive producer and said, "So, how do I make this work?"
And he or she, executive producer, must have been rubbing their hands.
Oh, 100%. They
really
did. They tried to make a swap work this year as well. They were trying to get people on to swap, and obviously no one did. So
that's huge, though. But you're saying that you did some stuff off camera with him as far as building that relationship before on camera?
No, this was after the show had ended, after we'd wrapped up filming. So Dan and I were never allowed to be alone together while we were filming. We weren't allowed to. We would text each other and have phone calls like all the time, but that was it. That was as far as it really went. So I don't know.
There you go. Because it was it was when you came back for the final commitment ceremony or whatever. That's when you walked in with a new dude, right?
Yeah, and so all the couples that are left prior, they were just like, what the hell is going on? Because Dan and I swapped at the very end of the show, so we were the last few couples. So all these people had already gone home. Cyrell came in. She was like, "Hi, new word," and it was just chaos. It was chaos. But I was the idiot that walked in with a big smile because I thought, I was like, this is true love.
But surely, I mean, like we talk about, the content on the show and what you do, you must be somewhat yourself rubbing your hands together, even though you may have not thought of it for your profile. Now looking back on it, your airtime must have been huge in comparison to some of the others who just stuck with their white bread couple the whole time.
Yes, exactly, and that's what I was saying at the start of this podcast. Like as much as I'm disliked by the public, being the controversial one has been so beneficial. Like the amount of opportunities that I've had just come from the show, being hated, have been phenomenal. I've done so much, and before COVID started, I was actually supposed to be going to LA for a brand launch as the Australian representative for this brand. I went. They invited me to LA as well, and I did Maxim, made top 100 Maxim women. I've been offered radio spots, a lot. There's been a lot that's come from it, but yeah. So now I'm just sort of giving it all up for a normal job.
What normal job do you want to go down? What route do you want to go
specializing in skin. I'm doing my dual qualification at the moment for skin. I'm going to open a salon, and because during COVID I sort of sat there going, like, this influencer lifestyle I'm making great money. I make a buck off it. Even my manager is like, why are you going to give that up just for a normal job? But it made me sort of sit there thinking, what is forever? What do I have forever? And one day, I'm going to get older and people aren't going to want to follow me, or they're not going to listen to my skincare or whatever it is that I'm frapping on about. So I just thought maybe, a bit of backup for yourself. And that's what a lot of these reality stars do. They don't realize that. They think this ride's going to last forever, and it like how long mine's gone for is not really it's really unheard of. So these people just think this money and this income's always going to be there, and it's not. So I'm just setting myself up.
That's so smart. That's really smart. I think that's
Well,
that's
Tanika,
really
Tanika's also an influencer, as you'd say, because she had a reasonably big following on Instagram like yourself, Jessica, and then her Instagram got hacked, and now she has little to no followers, and they're building it back up, right?
It was the first week of ISO. I got an email, Instagram got hacked, and I couldn't revert the issue. And because of COVID, there was like no staff at Instagram to like help, like no support team. So that was it. It was gone. Couldn't save it.
But can we talk more about that, Tanika? Didn't you can we talk about the emails that people sent you?
I did everything. What emails?
Well, didn't the hacker say, we need this or else and stuff like that?
They were like, if you don't give us money, we'll do this. We can see you've opened our emails, blah, 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 blah. Just like threatening emails. It was the worst, but like that's the fragility of the platform. At the end of the day, it's not yours. And you could lose it. So I think it's super smart diversifying yourself, Jess, because
Jess, if you lost your Instagram, you'd be out. Right?
Yeah. And this is what I try to really reiterate to people is that your social media presence, it can be it can be a career, but it's not real. Your followers, they're not real. The people that you can call at 3 o'clock in the morning is who is real. So I feel like a lot of people that they've got 3 o'clock in the morning, like bail me out.
I mean, you are real. I love you.
But if my Instagram was gone, I'd be gone. But you know what? At the end of the day, if my Instagram kind of went, I would probably be happy.
Yeah, you know what?
It's a mental thing for all of us, right?
There was a massive sense of freedom when it got hacked. I was like, you know what? Now I just get to start again, and the people that want to follow me will be like the people that actually care. And yeah, it's like really nice, you know. Like I couldn't do anything about it, so at the end of the day, there's no point being upset.
I'm sorry, but there's drama going down. Kira's pouring the wine. There's some stony faces.
Hey, she looks familiar. She looks familiar. What's she from?
Which one?
They're all from Bachelor.
The one in the black crop top when she's being interviewed. Not her.
Who's her name?
I don't know any of their names. Beveridge gone. I feel like I scared Beveridge off by asking him about his love triangle.
Where did he go? Why did he leave?
He just left. Like
he need him to tell us what's going on.
I know. He's the only one who knows.
So yeah, I guess this will be a fun night.
Look, I like Kieran's glasses. Oh, her. Who's she?
Kieran's got the table.
Obviously, we're here to discuss self and Renee. Everybody knows it. It's not rocket science. I think she's a beautiful person. What I did feel was wrong, and I explained that the other night.
Kieran had no other option but to get Renee up to speed with how he's already announced to everybody that he cheated.
I'm sorry, that is what I did to you. I shouldn't have done it. It was a dick move by myself. I found it, and it was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. I think you're a beautiful person.
Oh, come off it.
TV down a bit, please. That's probably all of us.
But I'm not accepting that.
This is entertaining.
In front of everybody, you take me to the side and you apologise to me on your own.
I mean, you got a relationship, you know, with it's done for me. I know it's done for you as well.
They must have been together like before Bachelor in Paradise, and he's cheated on her or something.
Yeah, because Jessica, you know about this. What do you think? Is this the producer saying, "Hey, can you talk about this cheating scandal? Is it real? Is it fake?" What do you think?
Oh, you know what? Like, so it would have been. She would have been hyped up before she got in there to be like, you got to call him out. You know, he's hurt you. He's done this. You know, when someone bitches behind your back, you don't get upset because you don't know what they're saying because it's behind your back, right? Producers are the type of people that tell you in a separate interview room, this person said this about you and this person said that. And for someone that's reactive like myself, you lose your shit. Like you
and you got the spirits in you.
Yeah, and you don't want people to, you know, like you kick off. It's a crazy world. Like reality TV is psychotic.
But here's the thing with the blonde guy. Is it Kieran, the blonde guy?
Kieran.
Yeah.
It's like he knows he's got cameras on him, right? So when he's about to evidently flip a chair, he's not doing that in real life. He knows there's cameras on him. He's going to throw a chair. It's going to be the best viewership he's ever had.
And being on the TV show already, you know how easily, I guess, manipulated that the public can be. So you're more aware of like when something's happening, you want to be the good person. So Kieran's now trying to be like, oh, I'm really sorry. I think you're a beautiful person, blah, 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 blah. But if he's having to say that then, like while they're on the island, he obviously hasn't apologized to her in real life. He hasn't apologized for when it's happened. You know, and he's seen his ex walk in who he's cheated on and he's gone, oh shit. And so now he's like, oh, I don't want the public to hate me. I better like apologize and say like I'm sorry. Kieran is like Kieran is a character. He's lovely, and I've got nothing against him. I think he's a fun guy. But I mean, yeah, you learn how to play the media game really fast.
You're right. Because otherwise, if he really cared, he would take her aside off camera and go, hey, I'm so sorry about this. Like, I'm really sorry that this happened. Let's keep it under wraps. I don't want to hurt you. But he's announcing it at a table with 10 cameras on him. It's like he wants to chuck a Jessica Power. He wants to get the views of the cheating scandal and blow up.
Yeah, he does.
Casey, what's the other 50%? 50% of what? What's the question about? Do we know, ladies?
I don't have a question.
Jessica.
Yes.
Were you surprised? I assume that your NDA or whatever clause or contract you've signed is over now, so you can talk about just about anything that you morally want to.
Yeah, I'll talk about anything. I don't really care.
Yeah, you've had some spirits tonight.
No, nothing. I'm just tired.
What did anything surprise you in how forceful maybe producers were or pushed you to do something?
No, and that's the thing that really annoyed me coming off the show is that a lot of my fellow cast members they use that the producers manipulation to be a reason as to why they had shitty behaviour or why they use the wrong terminology. I think Lauren on my season, she said that she was she used to be a lesbian, right? But the correct terminology that she should have used was I used to be bi. So she got attacked by the lesbian gay community and trans community, and she just got on radio and said, oh, no, like the producers made me say that. I'm sorry. Producers don't make you say anything. That you are in a way sort of pushed to a certain topic, but no one can make me say anything. No one can make words come out of my mouth that I don't want to say. So, yeah.
I like that, Jessica. I like that we're almost defending the producers because I think you're right. I think, and Heather was saying this from The Bachelor last week, was that a lot of people who didn't get good airtime or weren't showed in a great light, they were like, oh, it was the producers. Like the producers didn't like me and then they made me say this and I never said that. But it's like, well, maybe you're just boring as batshit.
Yeah. No, you totally said it. And now you just don't know how to take the I guess, the public's reaction to it. And because everyone wants to be liked, no one wants to be hated, but I don't mind being hated. I think it's easier. Do you know what? I said at the start, because everyone was always worried about me. They said you're the most hated woman in Australia right now. And I said, do you know what? Hate is so much easier to sustain and to feed than love is.
Yeah.
Like love is so hard. Like when you're loved by like the nation, it's so much harder to keep that image. Like if I go out on the weekend and I'm twerking on a table or like, you know, I'll cheat on my boyfriend or something like has happened in media. People are just like, oh, well, what do we really expect from Jess, you know?
There you go. Yeah, so it's actually
hey, that's
easy,
a good point.
Tanika, you would have struggled a bit with the.
I would definitely have struggled.
Did you have to hide your relationship with Stevie from High Five whilst you were having a relationship within High Five?
No, we didn't have to hide it. It was kind of like on my way out of the group anyway, so it didn't matter. But I think that they had issues with cast members seeing each other for sure. So the opposite of Matt.
Because it's happened before.
It's happened before and it was a disaster. So
of course it has. Yes, of course it has. We won't go too deep into it. But super interesting that other people have dated and been married in High Five. And
then divorced and then cheated on, maybe. Potentially. That's just a speculation.
Stevie has asked a very poignant question, Jessica, about mental health support on your show. Did you have any of that?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, look, you are, you are given the option but it was Channel 9 that actually said, you know, there are people who you can talk to, there are people that you can do this, but the second you, like, and these people are supposed to be, like, your personal things that you speak to them about are supposed to be confidential and private. But every time you talk about something, it would get back to a producer, and I'm not joking.
That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
So we had, oh God, I'm going to get in trouble.
Nah, sneaky.
We had a psychologist on set who was she always allowed to talk to her, and she was always saying, none of this gets back. No one hears about this. No one hears about this. And I had 2 people from my season say to me that everything that I had told this person, this psychologist, got back to the executive producer.
Wow.
And they were called out. They were called out on it. So, and also, like, if you're upset and you're wanting to, if you're going to be doing anything that could damage the brand of Channel 9 or damage the brand of anything, any TV show, I guess, if you're personally hurting and you want to get your word out there, I feel like your best interest isn't always at heart for these people.
That's crazy. So they're like, maybe not necessarily fake doctors, but they are going, hey, well, Jessica admitted she's having an affair, so I think we should bring that up. And that's
something like that. You know, like, if I said, it didn't happen to me personally. It happened to, I'm not going to say the names just because it's not my story really to tell, but you know, if someone was like, oh yeah, I've been texting so and so, and or I want to go home, they got a phone call saying, you're not going home, like you need to do this. Like, and also everyone was, there was a lot of times where I said I want to go home. I think when I first got married, we hadn't even gone on our honeymoon yet, I don't think. And I was like, I'm going home. And they'd already seen my personality and they knew that it was sort of going to make a bit of a good show. And I had my producer saying, like, Mick is coming in there right now. He wants to leave as well. You need to do everything in your power to keep him there because we have something bigger set up for later on. And I didn't know what they meant at the time, but I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I had fully, like, I'm a very controversial, like, a very confrontational person. Like, if I don't think that you're right, I'm going to tell you. But I had to just completely submit to Mick and let him be the man and feel like empowered because they needed me to keep him there.
So that's why you never said anything. Oh, I remember that season.
And I was just sitting there crying and I was looking at my leg and I was like, I'm sorry. I think it was after the first dinner party, actually, yeah. I was like, I'm sorry. I watched it back. I was so angry after that because I thought I was right. I thought I'd done the right thing. Like, I was pissed off at him. And I had to just be submissive and go, oh, no. How early didn't like your husband on the show? Was it instantly? No, everyone asks me this. Like, Mick and I, we were matched, I think, on our personalities. We're exactly the same personality, our banter. It was at the homestay where I didn't like Mick, his homestay, because he just abused my family, called my family really nasty names and told me that he was going to go and sleep with an escort because I wouldn't sleep with him. And there was that scene.
Okay, that's a deal breaker.
Beg your pardon?
What's on camera? So he was saying he was
abusing your family. No, this was all off camera. This was off camera.
Okay.
So we had a fight. And we had to reenact that fight. And halfway through of me trying to do it, I've just got up and I've gone, I can't do this. I can't be fake on camera. And I'm really...
Wait. Hold on. Backtrack. I love this story. The producers told you to reenact a fight that happened in real life off camera. And they said, hey, can you act this out?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But I couldn't do it.
Of course you couldn't, because you're not an actor.
I know, but because I was really upset. Like, I'm crying so much. Like, there's a vein in my neck, but I'm red. Like, I'm screaming and crying because I'm so upset at this guy that's just abused my family, and I'm trying to simmer and like go, oh, like, I'm having such a lovely homestay. But Mick said this, and the next minute I just couldn't do it, so I just got up and stormed off, and then they ran after me with the camera. That happens.
You think with that kind of stuff, they'd need solid psychologists on deck, not corrupt ones that, you know, go tell the producers everything. But, like, that's messed up.
Yeah, but I guess a solid psychologist would diffuse the situation, and I guess they want to go harder. Yeah, so he just threw the chair and he walked off. The funny thing about this is, which is really great that we have you on the show, Jessica, is it looked like he threw the chair and then his body double, the brown-haired version of him, went to chase after him. Another guy stepped in and said, no, not now, mate, not now, right? The classic Australian bar, not now, mate. But we both know that they live in a house together and share the same bed. So is this something that's real? Is he trying to get on the drama? Is this fight reenacted? What do you think, Jessica?
No, I think that Tim, you're talking about Tim getting up and after him, yeah? The guy with the long hair. Yeah, so Tim would be genuinely concerned because his friend's upset. But I don't know why Kieran's just got up and thrown a chair when he is the person that cheated and didn't apologise to his girlfriend until she walked in on a freaking TV show.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on, mate. I love you, Kieran, but far out.
Yeah, and now what's the power move now? Is he's going to cry and apologise? Does he come out the good guy here? Does he come out the bad guy? What do you think?
He'll come out as a bad guy. She'll come off as the broken sweetheart. She'll get on a little Voxio one-on-one interview and she'll go, I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. And then Kieran will get on there saying, I never meant to hurt her, and just the same usual that happens.
But saying that, he'll probably get more airtime than anyone, right?
Yeah, because it's controversial. No one wants to watch like how Mary and Joe are having like the best time on the island, and they're so in love. Like everyone wants to watch, Andy and Melissa, like, she's cheating on him, or like he's just slept with someone.
It's
Everyone
so
wants to watch
funny how we all want to see that stuff.
Yeah, you want to see the drama because it's car crash TV. Makes you feel better about your life.
I think that's why.
That's probably exactly why.
I think that's why Beveridge was saying that the new series of Big Brother is a bit dog shit too, because it's so plain and no one wants to upset each other, and there's no hot people screwing in the bedrooms, that they have to make athletic games happen and totems and weird challenges because you're not seeing what you want to see. Whereas if you send an ex-boyfriend, 2 lesbians and a midget into a house, shit's going to go down.
Yeah. And I want to watch that. I'm tuning in. That's the whole reason why I tuned out of Big Brother, because I was like, this is boring. Where's the drama? Who's sleeping with?
Yeah, Big Brother.
You know what? If I want to actually feel good about myself, I'll go read a book. I'm not going to turn on trash TV or reality TV just to watch like everyone being nice. Like I'm watching it because I'm
50 Shades, Jessica.
Oh, I think everyone's read the 50 Shades. That's a very old book. I used to read it at work, and I would sit there going, "Oh my goodness gracious me, I'm reading this."
Work where? Which work?
Book? I was an executive assistant before the show. I was in mining.
Amazing. So you're at your mining job, executive assistant, and you're 50
on my lunch break.
No, she's got the Bible open and then 50 Shades inside. And
it's like cut out inside.
She's giggling, having the best time.
Oh, that's so good. Do you Love Island, Jessica? Did you get around that?
I love Love Island.
Love Island. So funny story about Love Island. This year they had my brother's ex-girlfriend on there, and I can't stand her. Vanessa, her name's Vanessa.
Oh.
And she actually came out with all these allegations and all this just crap about my brother when he blew up on the show. She held on to it to wait for his debut on the show to release this. So that was the first initial, you're just lying, like you want media. She then dated my ex Dan, the guy that I moved everything for. She dated him. And then she dated somebody else, and then she worked her way into Love Island. So the producers were tossing around whether or not they would send me in to shit stir it, but it wouldn't have worked anyway. So there was 2 twins that went in, and they ended up getting her kicked out. But I don't know. Love Island this year was just boring. The year before it was interesting, but that's because everyone was fighting and stealing.
Yeah, the year before, like with Taylor, I loved that season. That was so entertaining. I couldn't.
What was the other girl's name? Taylor and who? Taylor and
Erin.
Yeah,
Erin was the best. Like, she was so entertaining. Just drew me right in.
It was a great season.
Next season.
It's done so well, right? Because you have to stay in the show. You have to try and sleep with people. And then if you're not liked, you've got to try and sleep with the dregs of the other people.
But I
and
found
get
like with the
seconds to stay in.
The second season, there just wasn't there wasn't enough drama, and it wasn't as interesting.
Taylor was in love with some guy and she took him off another person, and then so just to be like a bitch move, somebody else like took Taylor's boyfriend for that weekend. And it was like, oh my god.
But you had Erin and Taylor, like Erin and Taylor both weren't afraid of saying how they felt, which made it super entertaining, whereas I felt like there were a few more timid characters in the second season, which is and they kept trying to save it, but it just didn't work.
But also it's like that thing. It's that thing that Jessica's been talking about, which is like people are aware that they're going on these shows now, and they're trying to protect their image, and they don't want to cheat, they don't want to lie, they don't want to steal, when really you're probably better off cheating, lying and stealing.
Controversy sells.
Yeah. What would you do, Jessica? If you next week, say this is filming right now, you're pushed into this house that we're watching right now on the beach. What are you doing?
I would probably try and get it.
Just lick your lips.
She's like, ha.
Let me see.
I would probably try just to just to get into like get into as many relationships as I can.
That would
or like break the
great
biggest
TV.
bond of any relationship in there. Just go in and go, no, I'm just you know what I do? I would shit stir 100%.
Yeah, you would, and that's what we want. So really, we want more bad
Good TV.
guys in
Yeah.
these television shows than good guys. You don't want a nice person.
We want the opinionated people.
Yeah.
That you love.
Or yeah, you'd go in there and you'd just be highly opinionated, or yeah, I don't know. I feel like on this show it'd be a lot more harder to have an affair or whatever it is, or to sort of be seeing two different people at the same time, because with Dan and I, we were having secret little dates. He would be taken off at the dinner parties, and that was all set up by producers where I think on here they just let him run riot. So you couldn't really, if you wanted to sort of be with, you know, if you like someone, you like someone else, I think it would come out pretty fast.
Yeah, and it's much more interconnected, obviously, than something like Maths, where you're separated a lot of the time.
It's very.
If this guy with the backwards cap dye his hair bright blonde, he would look like Kieran.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Dude, it's unbelievable how similar they look. It's like, I feel as like a casting agent, right? Not that I am. If I was, you like if you're hiring for Power Rangers, right? You've got a black guy, an Asian guy, a white guy, a blonde chick, and a brunette. This, you've hired the same guy 4 times.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre.
I just think, it's a mistake. Like, I'm still getting my head around who's who.
Yeah.
A couple of them are the same.
Tanika, Farm Wants a Wife.
Yeah.
Is it being brought back? Is there a new season? You don't know, do you?
Never my favourite. No. Yeah, it was never.
No, I feel like it's a bit old school. Will you watch it?
Yeah,
though?
or older. Like, you know, maybe my mum watches Farm Wants a Wife or something. But not
so
me.
Is it going to fail? Do you think?
I mean, they've got a loyal fan base, so.
You know, I used to teach at a dance studio in far north Queensland, and I had to take. This was when I was like 17. I had to take this girl's classes. I had to take all her classes off her as a relief teacher because she was on a season of Farm Wants a Wife. Anyway, she got down to the finals and he picked her and she said no. And I remember her telling me this at the dance studio. She's like, oh, yeah, like I win the show, but I've said no. So they had to refilm it and pick the other person.
Oh, my God.
What's going on, Jessica? What are you surprised at? Something in the house?
Someone just said, someone just told Tim to shut the F up. Said, shut the F up, Tim. Sorry, I'm watching this now because it's,
we're tuning
you know that music, you know that like dramatic music that's like, okay, what's going on? See, look now, the dramatic music's back again.
Music is what makes it. I feel like mine's delayed. Oh, there we go. It's Kieran.
It's not just getting out of hand. Sorry.
Is that girl wearing a tiara?
Like, Glenn, you wanted a brick before you know about a couple of blokes grass.
It's just too much. I have absolutely had enough of this banquet. I can't sit here any longer and have all of these questions thrown at me when Kieran has just completely left me on my own to fend for myself, and he really needs to be here and back me up because he was the one that did something wrong. It's just too much. I've had enough and I'm getting out of here.
Hey, Renee.
This is just a lot.
I know, it's too much. Okay.
Oh, he's comforting her.
He seems like a sweetie. Is
He's
he?
just hanging on to her airtime, I think.
Yes.
But if I tell the truth, then he's going to play an absolute.
Tell the truth, sister. Tell us. We want to know.
What is the truth?
I don't know.
Jessica, technical question: are they wearing lapel mics, or are they being boomed?
Yeah. Or are they in their shirt?
Yeah, it's in their shirt. You get mic'd up, and then it would be dependent on whether or not you get boomed in your voxies. So in your little one-on-one interviews that are to the camera, that's a voxy. So yeah, you get boomed in that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like, look at Jess's face. She is pissed off. She's like, that's my man. She's going to go over there and talk to his ex-girlfriend. I couldn't do this show, actually. No. I would lose my shit.
Be awesome.
You need
That's
to
what
go
they
on.
want.
You need to go on this show.
What happens
it was
now?
so
Right?
entertaining.
Say the truth comes out, they fight and they fight and they fight. But then obviously the producers don't want it to be resolved because otherwise you've got nothing else on the next episodes. Like what's in the next episode? They have a sneak peek of another kiss. Like it's not as exciting.
Well, what they'll do is they'll wrap the dinner party up, or that's what they used to do with us. So I'd drop a bomb, and then everyone would start kicking off, and they'd go, dinner party's wrapping up. So they'd wait for tomorrow's night commitment ceremony.
No, right.
Go,
so you'd
why
say
did
something
this
like,
for, Jess? And I'd go, well.
and then they'd stop. They'd stop the dinner party.
Yeah, they'd go, we're wrapping up dinner party.
And you'd have to hold on to that, and then you'd start, and then you've got that animosity going into it, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, so everyone's got to go home that night, and they've got to think about, why did Jess say that? God, she's such a shit stirrer. She's been such a bitch the last few weeks. Oh, I'm going to say something tomorrow. I'm going to say something tomorrow at the commitment ceremony, babe. You know, they'll get their little, group chats and bitch about me.
That's so good. Do you
and
feel
I'd just
like...
sit there going, sitting with the producers before I'd walk in, I'd be shaking. I was not good in some of those situations because I would be told what I've got to try and say in this commitment ceremony because I've got to try and keep my husband there, and I'd say to my producers, I'm out of excuses. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. It's too much. And then they would give me an excuse as to why. They'd go, say this, just say this, and I'd go, all right. Just panic before I'd have to do it, and then I'd have to cop all the questions as to why are you keeping him here. He wants to go home. He wanted to go home.
What would have happened to you?
I wouldn't be able to stay. Home? Dan and I wouldn't be able to continue our affair, which I obviously wanted to drag out for a little while, and they wouldn't get that big reveal of because I actually sat there and I said to the group of people, I wrote leave. I said I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. And then I said I came here to find love, and I found that, but it's not with Dan. So it's not with Mick. It's with Dan. And the whole room just went. And I was just getting yelled at by everyone. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
So crazy.
You are a resilient woman.
It was not good. And I was the youngest as well, so there were so many people in there that had these older opinions, I guess. And I was young and I was bubbly and I had sort of like a carefree attitude. I didn't really care. I didn't understand. And before going into the show, I was really self-absorbed. Everything revolved around me. So at the time, I'd sit there going, I don't give a crap what you think. What do you? I'm never going to see you again in the next few years, so who gives a crap? But ultimately, I did take on a lot of lessons about myself, and I learned a lot, and I grew a lot because I had all these people going as opposed to sort of pepping me up and allowing my poor personality to show or my poor characteristics. They would go, actually, that's not okay, Jess. That's not all right to think that.
You must look back on it in hindsight and know that you played this perfectly, from a business sense, because had you have left too early and you wouldn't be even on this show.
Yeah. No. And then after the show, I did a massive big appearance tour for I think for 4 or 5 months. Then I hosted schoolies, and I'm hosting it again this year. And so I've had to really push you can't just come off this show and just sit back and expect everyone to want to do things with you. You've got to get yourself out there. And I spent the entire year and a bit trying to do it.
So what did you do with the touring? How was that structured? What did that involve?
So I have a manager, and he would organise it. And I was basically just doing appearances at club. I do big club appearances, but the amount of people that pay and come to see you at these things. So at first I was scared that I'd get booed off stage, but you really get to feel your fan base there as well. I would have so many people, these people were paying money to come in and see me and to have a photo, and it was crazy. But that's
who
how
gets paid from that? Let's break that down. Does your manager get paid?
Club?
Does the show get paid? Do you get paid? How does it work?
Sorry, I'm just plugging my laptop in. I'll have to move this. No, so I got paid. My manager would obviously get paid. He would get a cut from it, and the club would get paid.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what are we talking? Is it good money in appearances after being on MAFS?
Well, I could make anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000 an appearance, and I do probably about
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and they pay for your flights, your accommodation, your food, your travel, everything was paid for.
To rock up, and what did you do?
Just partied. I'm living the dream. I'm like, who wants a shot? And I'm like, have like a shot bottle.
That is insane.
See, lucky you stayed. Lucky you did the scandal. Lucky you did all those things. Because imagine if you had just said, I don't like him. He walks down the aisle. You walk down the aisle. I don't like him. I'm out. You're not getting paid $4,000 to twerk on stage with a bottle of tequila.
And I know, and now I got to do, and that's what's got me international reality.
Hello?
Traction.
Did we? Oh, I think we just lost her. But dude, her computer probably died. Because remember how she was trying to charge it?
Actually.
How about when she chopped half her finger off?
That was terrifying. I was definitely concerned. How about when Michael left the conversation?
Yeah, people are dropping like flies. I feel like I asked him a question about his love life that he didn't like, about love triangle in the house, and then he was just out. He's like, you know what?
I'm
not doing this show again.
Oh my God. Okay, so tell me, what do you know about the Bat?
Dude, I know fuck all about this whole show. That's why I talk so much.
Sorry, I
don't care about it.
We were just trying to educate ourselves on The Bachelor. Once you were gone, we really had no idea.
Well, see,
we thought that maybe you and Beveridge were starting your own show, your own podcast.
Where's my?
To the other 6 viewers.
Oh, look, he's running after her.
He was crying before, dude.
I'm doing this, Karen. Come on.
Oh, God.
Have the controversy. See, this would be boomed right now as well.
Yeah, can you imagine the boom operator trying to hit that? And then you got some guy with a lighting panel trying to light it?
Can you imagine being a camera guy and having a drunk person just screaming at you going, don't you film me, turn the camera off. That's what I used to do.
It's the hardest job.
I'm doing this right now. Go
away. They're like 40 kilo cameras on your shoulder, you know?
Yeah, it'd be up there with parking inspectors, I reckon, that job.
Yeah.
Like, that's
what do you think of the new Bachelor, ladies?
Oh, no.
See, I don't like chest hair. I don't like hair.
Jessica, you're insane.
I don't like chest hair, but I'm younger.
Hold on.
No, I don't
how
like
old are you,
chest
Jessica?
hair either.
Oh, you don't? I'm 28.
And you would rather, you're telling me you would rather blonde Snoop Dogg in that house than this buff, handsome, bearded man?
Can I wax his chest?
No.
You can wax his chest?
Oh, yeah, I would prefer him. God, because you can tell the difference between,
He's not, you're telling me he's not sexy?
Hey, no, he's sexy. I just don't like his chest hair. If he lets me wax his chest, I'll climb that guy and wax his chest.
How is chest hair a deterrent for being the one? What's so icky about chest hair?
Because I don't.
It's like
it's sweaty and
you're getting in on this. You're on Jessica's side of chest hair.
Yes, it's like pubes on your chest. Like
and when you want to lay on their chest and you rub their chest while you're sleeping, you don't want to rub your hands through hair.
Nah.
Yeah, but hold on. You closing your eyes and you're rubbing their chest. You want that Bieber? You want that smooth skin?
What I'm thinking you're trying to say right now is that you've got chest hair.
Yeah.
Look at my beard. You think this is fucking painted on?
Give us a little peep, James.
No, I've got like a little shadow. Hold on, I don't want to.
Show me your chest. Take your top off. Oh, yes. See?
That's just a little bit. But that's quarantine. That's like a little Shannon Knoll thing. I'm not like a hairy chest kind of.
So it's like this just part here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. No, I don't want to rub my hands through it.
But there's people though that are covered, their whole front body is completely covered in black, thick.
Not no.
Brilliant.
Okay. I think back hair. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah. No. Or no.
No.
No. It's really.
But see, I like a guy that'll come get Botox with me and shave his underarms.
So where do you get Botox? Curious.
Where do I?
Yeah.
What salon or where on my face?
Not
Both,
where.
actually. Both questions.
No, I get it done. I get it done. I get it slightly done just here, like on my eyebrows, and
Why did you get the eyebrow ones done?
because it gives you a little lift. So I have like natural bags under my eyes. It's like, where's this conversation going?
No,
and it just pulled the skin back the tiniest little bit, and it makes me look more awake. But other than that, everyone's always like, Jess has had so much work done. She's got this. She's had $70,000 worth of surgery. My teeth are worth $50,000. That's where most of the money comes from. I had a fat graft that was $15,000. That also adds to it. So all these other things that people are like.
Graft?
Wait, what's a fat graft? Yeah.
So I had liposuction taken from the side of my thighs and injected into my boob. So I went up 2 cup sizes naturally.
Oh, so it's like a boob job, but a natural
brilliant.
boob.
I've never even heard of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And so what about your forehead? Because you've got great.
No, so I have it through here a little bit, but it's mostly just filler. Like I have filler through my smile line, and I have filler in my tear ducts. And
your tear ducts? Hold up.
Yeah, so they inject filler into your eyes under here.
Oh, to stop the bags?
Yeah.
Because like recently, this eyelid has like this eyelid's like fallen over.
Yeah. You have what is it? What is it called? Embedded.
But not this one, not the other one.
She's Asian. You're Asian to me.
Yeah, I'm half Asian, all right. So it's like my eyelid is confused. It doesn't know. Am I white or Asian?
So hold on. Doesn't this make men sexier, right? Because believe it or not, no work done. No work done.
Look, you're beautiful, okay?
But you've got amazing skin. What do you use?
Wait, do you know I had to go on Roaccutane twice.
Yeah, so did my partner.
I had horrible acne when I was doing my kids' TV stint for like 6 years. I had like horrible acne and had to go through Roaccutane twice. Why?
Really?
Why are you laughing? You guys are talking about tear ducts and taking fat out of your ass and putting it in your tits. I talk about acne and you're pissing yourself.
It's you. Oh.
I'm going to try and listen to what's happening here.
Yeah, sorry, Jessica.
So great lighting. They've got great lighting here.
What's happening with the show?
Where's the subtitles?
Yeah,
I know. So how far is the cameraman right now?
I don't know.
The sniper.
Like, yeah, they'd have to kind of give them their privacy stuff. You never got over the...
I sound very, very convincing that I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for it, okay? Listen to me. Stop making a scene because you're going to hurt my image.
It's a good impersonation.
How do you think I'm supposed to feel?
No, you don't know. No, you don't need to fake anything. I'm not faking anything.
Listen to me. Let me tell you something. Look at me. Listen to me. You know I'm sorry for my time.
Oh, so he's cheated on her in real life, clearly.
You shooting something here. Don't listen.
Stop bullshit.
I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not bullshitting you. Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, I told everyone I've cheated on you. I told them. I told them what I did.
What the heck?
Not the way to apologise. Yell at them.
I told them what I did. I don't need to lie about anything. I've got nothing to hide. I couldn't be open and transparent, right? No, that's not.
Just shut up.
This is dramatic.
Seriously.
But isn't he with the big tits girl, the tattooed one?
Yeah.
Suicide girl.
So what's he doing with this one? He's just trying to say, I'm sorry about what happened.
This is his girlfriend who he cheated on in real life, and he's like, come here.
So he left this chick to be with the chick inside.
Yeah. No, well, he cheated on her outside at some point. Maybe not for this.
I thought we'd be friends at the end of the day.
I'm not.
She is exposing.
100%. I tried to keep it cool.
Because Jessica, you would probably be told not to mention cameras and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to look at them. You become really desensitized to it. Like it just comes to normality. When you're filming for 14, 15 hours a day, every day you just forget they're there.
Totally.
Interesting.
What did he do? I want to know.
Yeah.
Right, so what? Say it. And why even bring it up? And why even bring it up?
So she hasn't said what's happened yet, really.
No, that you left Angie for me while you were in the bed. Holding me, making sure I was okay. How were the dogs? I'm worried about you. Who are you playing at?
He was dating her while he was on Angie's season, while he was trying to win the Bachelorette's heart. He had her at home as a girlfriend.
Oh.
This guy is bad.
He lied and said that his nan was dead or something.
He is gonna cop it.
I want to see his Instagram right now. He would be getting abused.
Fully.
Poor guy. I feel bad for him. Not really.
He's out his own grave, really.
He called me at the house.
Who do you think picked him up from the airport?
He's no.
Yeah. He said he was over it. Said that he wanted to come back. And that he realised that he still loved you and he wanted to make it work. He's just played everybody. Yeah.
Right, I'm telling you, I'm leaving paradise tonight. I want you to have a great time with me.
Oh, piss off. You won't leave.
I'm done. No, I'm done.
Good cliffhanger. Great cliffhanger.
He's not going to go.
We shall see.
Holy
Huge.
moly.
The next
Holy
episode.
moly.
So, Jessica, for our viewers at home, please recap what just happened.
Okay, guys. So, what's just happened on Bachelor in Paradise, or BIP for short, tonight is we've just found out that Kieran, who was on Angie Kent's season, she was really the really beautiful blonde one that. Anyway, moving on. So Kieran told Angie that he needed to go home because I think he said his grandma died or something happened, and he had to go home for a funeral. And but really the whole time he's had a girlfriend, the new one that's walked in. That was his girlfriend in real life, before any reality, before anything, at home with their dogs at their house. And he's on doing this TV show, and he wants to make it work with her, and he loves her. And she picked him up from the airport, and so now she's just come in.
I can't believe
and now
that.
the whole world
This
knows.
guy,
Now this is, I guess,
knows.
wrap up, this is really interesting. We won't keep you too much longer. But Jessica, what you went through on your show shot you to fame and, $4,000 in a club. Is this going to happen for him, or do you think this is going to turn him into an actual bad guy that no one wants to meet and greet?
I think that this will. People will still want to meet Kieran regardless because of his character, but he's not going to find any love. He's not going to get any positivity from this because Angie Kent is Australia's sweetheart. He lied to her. First of all, you've got Angie's fans. You've got women around the world, around Australia that have been cheated on before.
Yeah.
You've got hell has no. What is it? Hell has no wrath like a woman scorn.
And she is a sweetheart. She's so cute.
What's the move that he makes now, Jessica? Does he he's saying, I'm leaving? Is he going to leave? Is he going to stay on? What does he care about?
He'll definitely stay on because leaving on that note, knowing that the whole of Australia now knows your big dirty secret that you've left Angie Kent, told everyone that someone had passed away. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You have to stay and try to somehow.
Well, yeah.
Image.
It'd be a stupid move to leave.
Yeah.
What a crazy ep. And again, nothing happened in that episode until the last, 5 minutes. But what a 5 minutes.
What a great 5 minutes.
But it leaves you going, oh, my God, I'm watching tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good television.
Well,
I want to thank you both. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Tanika, for talking shit with us about a shit show that got kind of good at the end.
Great though.
Bachelor in Paradise. Make sure you guys use the hashtag takeoverau if you are watching this show anywhere on the interwebs. Thank you, girls. That was very entertaining.
Thank you,
James. Thanks, Jess. See you guys later.
Babe. It was so lovely to meet you guys all.
Nice to meet you. See ya.
Yeah, I'm going to